Subject and object pronouns. The word pronoun comes from the Latin word pronomen. Pro means in place of, and nomen means name. So the word pronoun means in place of a name. And this describes one of the ways that we use pronouns. They are words that replace names. Jason dedicated his poetry collection to his wife, Soheir. We can rewrite this sentence using the pronouns he, it, and her. Jason can be replaced with he, his poetry collection with it, and his wife Soheir with her. He dedicated it to her. He is the third-person singular pronoun to replace a subject. It is the third-person singular pronoun to replace a subject or object. And her is the third-person singular pronoun to replace an object. What does it mean that a pronoun can replace either a subject or an object? What difference does it make? To answer that question, let's define the two terms subject and object. The subject of a sentence is the person or thing doing something. Usually the subject appears at the beginning of the sentence. If you imagine a sentence as a short film, the subject is the lead actor or actress. They are the star of the show. The object is the person or thing having something done to it. It plays a secondary role and might win the award for Best Supporting Actor or Actress. Jason is our subject, and both his poetry collection and his wife Soheir are objects. There are two sets of pronouns, one for subjects and one for objects. Subject pronouns only replace subjects, and object pronouns only replace objects. Jason is a third-person singular male subject. His poetry collection is a third-person singular non-gendered object. His wife Soheir is a third-person singular female object. Now, let's imagine our sentence a little differently. Soheir dedicated her poetry collection to her husband, Jason. We've swapped the roles. Now Soheir has dedicated the poetry collection to Jason. First of all, notice how we've had to change some of the pronouns. If the poetry collection belongs to Jason, then it is his poetry collection. If the poetry collection belongs to Soheir, then it is her poetry collection. The pronouns must agree with the gender of their subjects. As before, we can rewrite this sentence using more pronouns. Soheir can be replaced with she, her poetry collection with it, and her husband Jason with him. She dedicated it to him. She is the third-person singular pronoun to replace a subject. It is the third person singular pronoun to replace a subject or object, and him is the third person singular pronoun to replace an object. Soheir is a third person singular female subject. Her poetry collection is a third person singular non-gendered object. Her husband Jason is a third person singular male object. Rewrite the following sentences using pronouns. Use the table to help you. These are the subjects and the objects to help you out. And here are the answers. He showed it to them. She decided to speak to her about it.